This is the book in 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16, and it reads, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." First and foremost, as always, just want to give all praises, glory, infinite honor to my power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who is the God of the living, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baruch, Radash, which is all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit, who is our strength and our Redeemer and our light and our salvation. In the same tongue, in the Paleo Hebrew, we're going to go ahead and utter Mashana Kabwadim, Lahasakwanim, Shalagadabakab, many double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, the true shepherds of Israel, along with the like-minded Saquani, will Akim across the four corners, pushing the sound doctrine and faith, truth, and sincerity. And shalom honor salutation to Bayash Shadawadah, the house of David, along with the rest of the one-third elect men, women, and children of Israel scattered across the four corners of the earth. This is your fellow servant, Malak Rayabsh, back at it again with another prophetic update of Jacob's trouble, pursuing Jeremiah the 30th chapter. All right, further centered around this whole migrant surge slash border crisis situation, part of the Trojan horse of the introduction to the mark of the beast, which the market should be made mandatory by these devils. All right, further using, this mark of the beast, as a resolution to a problem that they have, orchestrated, behind closed doors. All right, inciting fear in the hearts of the vast majority who are pro-establishment, pro-patriots, and believe in modern-day Egypt, this modern-day Egyptian empire, on behalf of this modern-day Pharaoh, Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of, the self-proclaimed white man. All right, he's further utilizing his sword, okay, his blessing, we've seen in Genesis, the 27th chapter, through his military-industrial complex, to further, to further pursue Jake, within this insurrection of the saints prophesied in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. All right, and this is exactly how he's doing this. Okay, and there's a reason why these devils are housing these militants. All right, and these mercenaries crossing the border, because this is all engineered. All right, part of Esau, Edom, Tegele, and dialectic. So, and this, on behalf of this report here on Reuters, which is entitled "Texas Governor," which is Greg Abbott, building military base camp near border to deter migrants. All right, and this is a part of the bywords and proverbs that they further use to classify Jake in a negative perception to the public, or to demonize Jake. Like it says in Revelation 12th chapter, the accuser of our brethren shall be casted down. All right, so this is part of Esau looking to further implicate Jake, and by building cases against Jake. All right, by associating our people with all manners of degeneracy, and poverty and crime and so forth. All right, so they can further justify turning the world against us. But we're already under the curses, man. So not very much more you devils can do, okay, but except to further fulfill prophecy on your end on the left hand side, okay. Because we have the blueprint, which is the prophecies, the testimony of from Mashiach Yahushai, the word personified. Okay, so we already know what we see. Anything you devils do, okay, is not far fetched, all right, because we become privy to your devices, man. Like it speaks about in Psalm the 64th chapter, how you devils have commune of laying snares privily for the righteous. That's why you're going to seek the righteous in these last days. So it says here, Texas is building a military base camp in the city of Eagle Pass near the U.S.-Mexico border, part of a broader effort by the state's Republican governor to deter illegal immigration. The facility, dubbed Forward Operating Base Eagle, will be an 80-acre complex along the banks of the Rio Grande and house up to 1,800 troops, with the ability to expand to 2,300, Governor Greg Abbott said at a press conference. And this is going against the wishes, all right, of the government, all right, in which, on behalf of Congress and such, they set up number 46, Sleepy Creepy Joe, okay, to play good cop. Or whereas they would use DJ Trump, another puppet of the wicked elite, as the bad cop, okay, to attract the Edomite supremacist ideals of the right-wing extremists, okay, aka pro-patriots and right-wing extremists that believe in the persecution of Jake, all right, coined after the term MAGA, Make America Great Again. And America, it was great again, Okay, and America was never really great, but in the perception of these Edomite supremacists, America, Babylon the Great was great, when Jake was enslaved. Okay, because them MAGA hats are nothing but modern day KKK hats, man. All right, and this is why Trump is like he's like the messiah, okay, of these Edomite supremacists, man. More so on behalf of the right wing, okay, side of politics. All right, the same, those same devils that supported, the January 6th invasion. You know what I'm saying? Back in about 3-4 years ago. All right, are those same devils that support, the persecution of Jake. All right, violating Jake's rights, despite them seeking asylum, for example, and then shipping them back to their respective countries, man. But see, this is hypocrisy we devils because you're standing on stolen land, man. You are benefiting off of the downtrodden state of Jake by way of your forefathers stealing this land from our forefathers, man. But the irony about it is, you devils are fighting against one another, okay, over a difference in these ideals when you should be banding together. But this further confirms that the curses of Jacob are transitioning over to Edomites, pursuing Deuteronomy 3rd chapter. And this is why Egyptian is being cast against Egyptian, pursuing Isaiah 19th chapter, where you have these politicians and lower level luminaries rising up against their masters, man. Okay, whether orchestrated or not, this is a further fulfillment of prophecy. Okay, because either way, there were, you devils will still be within a derision. You would still be suffering by way of the derision. Okay, given over to your reprobate minds by the Heavenly Father. Okay, to go at each other. Okay, instead of your common enemy, your arch nemesis Jake, which you're doing anyway, but you're wasting you're preoccupied. You're further preoccupied and distracted by your hatred for one another because you're reprobates, man, and you're the vile and profane of the entire earth. All right, and this is why you have these lower level luminaries like these politicians such as Abbott and so forth undermining the wicked elite. Okay, and their other their kings. Okay, within that sedition, a part of that sedition is 2 Esdras 15 and 16. All a further insight of the downfall of Esau, Edom, just like the ancient pagan Roman Empire fell, is how America, the modern day pagan Roman Empire, is going to fall, as we are witnessing, man. Like it says in Sirach 25 and 7. Okay, so jumping down here, it says record numbers of migrants have crossed illegally into the United States since President Sleepy Creepy Joe took office in 2021, including several million crossing into Texas. Abbott has deployed thousands of state-controlled National Guard troops to deter migrants and build a makeshift border wall in Eagle Pass out of shipping containers and concertina wire. All right, so I'm going to grab this next precept in the same chapter. Jump down to verse 17 here. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You see? All right, so these devils, on behalf of the right wing, looking to, build these military bases around the borders for the fulfillment of this prophecy, man. Okay? Where men would not, mankind would not be able to go to and fro, okay, or come in. This is really to keep the people within the border, stationary, okay, and limit their maneuverability, all right, of being able to flee from trouble, from the consent of the king. Okay, he's spoken about in First Maccabees, the first chapter. You're part of Esau's New World Order agenda. They adopted from Nimrod, the Cushite, that the Greeks adopted during the Hellenistic period, man. And now you got Esau, reacting, what he attempted during the beginning of so-called white supremacy during the Greeks' rulership, man, during the Hellenistic period. Okay, to keep Jake enslaved. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this in Isaiah 64. Start at verse 2. And it reads, actually, I'm going to go ahead and jump down to Salakia. This is Isaiah 62. All right. And start at verse. Actually, you know what? This is Salakia. This is Psalm 64. I'm going to start at verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay, all right, and, including scorning and scoffing towards the remnant of Yahweh Shem and Shai. Okay, which is why these devils have censorship within these platforms that we use to to bring forth this gospel. Okay, all right, to make us an offender of a word. Pursuing Isaiah 29th chapter, because we speak righteousness against their wicked kingdom, man. Okay. So this is Psalm 64:4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. All right. And so they're shooting at the perfect. All right. These lying words. Okay. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Okay. Because it works in the dark. Like it says in Isaiah 29th chapter. All right. And this is why these devils, pursuing Isaiah 47th chapter, say that I am. All right. And in the 10th verse of that chapter, it speaks about that. How these devils proclaim themselves to be God. I am. Okay. So who can see what we do behind the dark? Well, your maker. Okay. That's why in the book of Isaiah, it speaks about, matter of fact, I'm going to grab that, Isaiah 10:15. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 15. And it reads, shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against him that lift it up? Or as if the staff should lift up itself, as it were no wood? Okay, because you devils are the sword on the left-hand side of the Heavenly Father, between the Psalm 17 chapter, man. Okay, utilizing your sword, your blessing. Okay, your carnal blessing, because this is what you have to rely on. Because after that, you have no hope. Once Heavenly Father removes Shaitan from you to seek counsel from, that's it for you Edomites, man. Okay, and you know this shit. Like Chris Tucker said, you know this, man. Okay, so it's over for you. You have the only hope you have is in the foundation of your rulership, which has always been carnality and witchcraft. Okay, using war tactics of manipulation, okay, and psychology, all right, and deception to persuade the public into your buying into your narratives of your agenda, man. Okay, but people are becoming more privy to your witchcraft, man, through every facet, through the rigging in the sports organizations and the politics. Okay. All right, to where you losing your grips on this earth because of the spirit of bondage, wearing off, like it says in Isaiah 19 chapter. Okay, that's why you're gonna you have no other hope, man. That's why you're gonna be hiding in the ground like cowards, man. Okay, when this last World War takes place, because you can dish it, but you can't take it because you're a coward. You Edomites are cowards, man. Okay. So even though it's a joy to watch you devils go at each other's necks, okay. This further confirms how much of a reprobate you Edomites are, because how much reprobates you are, okay. Because you're fighting amongst yourselves, okay, or over the expectation of the wicked, which is wrath, and this is why you're going to perish, okay. Because you're contending with your maker. This is Proverbs 11:7. And it reads, when a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust men perisheth. What is the hope of unjust men? This is the answers here in Jeremiah 50:33. All right. And it reads, thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. So this is what these devils are fighting for. They're fighting over anyway. Okay. Contending ideals of how to keep Jake enslaved, just like they fought over. Okay. And during the Civil War in the 19th century. Okay. Around the time where that devil, Abraham Lincoln, passed the Emancipation Proclamation to make Jake believe that they were free by removing physical slavery, man. Because the word emancipation means transfer ownership. So now we're still, within the transition of uh, this new systematic form of slavery, okay, under Social Security, okay, mainly enlarged by, you know, uh, Franklin D. Roosevelt, all right, around the 1930s, okay, passing the Social Security tax, man, okay, where we have become um, byproducts to the wicked elite through our modern day barcodes of these Social Security numbers, man. So we're not free because we have to pay taxes, okay, under that very moral decree I just mentioned, man. Okay, now you have these devils fighting over, they're continuing to fight over how they should keep, Jake enslaved, where the Democrats want to, are really essentially playing good cop on behalf of Sleepy Creepy Joe, number 46, to make us believe we're still free by whispering sweet nothings into our ear, and through these false, these broken promises and false hopes, and through their so-called right to vote and seek government, assistance, through the Esau Edom, which is why they're further contributing to the downfall of the petrodollar of this foreign policy by allocating, these funds towards the funding of these so-called migrants, man. Okay, using this funny money, okay, to as a gift, pursuing Ecclesiastes 7:7 to make Jake continue to believe in these false dreams. Okay, which on behalf of Esau Edom, his dream of keeping Jake enslaved is gonna pass away like a dream, man, like a vision in the night, pursuing Job, the 20th chapter. And this is why the expectation, the wicked, is wrath. Okay, because of who you devils have intended the satanic new order agenda towards, man, and that's the descendants of Jacob, the chosen of the Lord, Yahweh by Shemer Shai. Okay, so continuing on, this article says a new military base will be 6 miles south of Shelby Park, a city-owned area that the state of Texas has commanded in an effort to block migrants. Okay, because of the magnitude of what we're doing, because of the need to sustain and actually expand our efforts, it's essential that we build this base camp, Abbott said. The camp will allow Texas to amass a large army in a very strategic area and increase the speed and flexibility of the Texas National Guard to be able to respond to crossings, Abbott said. The base camp will feature a 700-person dining facility, on-site movie theaters, workout areas. What are they going to be working out for? You see that? To prepare to slaughter Jake. It says, and medical services officials said. The state also tends to install more barriers north and south of Shelby Park, they said. Biden, a Democrat, is seeking another 4-year term in a November 5th election where he is likely to face off against Republican former President DJ Trump and an immigration hardliner. All right. Says he's creating a more humane and orderly system and that Republicans have refused to fund border security for political reasons. See? That's why through their policies they have looked to destroy, Jake by piece of the craft of their policies, man. Okay, making us believe in a facade. Okay, a false dream, false hopes that we can be in unity with these devils. Okay, and if that was the case, then what happened to Black Wall Street? We weren't bothering Esau, but yeah, he compromised that. Okay, what happened during the Trail of Tears, where they made Gad walking in barefoot in the snow? Okay, essentially within the process of gentrifying Gad from the territories that were stolen from them. Okay, what happened during the Battle of the Alamo with Issachar? Okay, you devils have a long laundry list of shit you got to pay for, man. Then now you have the audacity, okay, to fight over territory that don't fucking belong to you in the first place, man. Because you Edomites are the true vagabonds. And I did a lesson on that some years ago. Because you have no true home, okay? Not even the caves. You got chased into the caves in South Georgia, Russia, by our people, the Byzantine Empire, okay, aka the Moors, all right, during the Dark Ages. And before that, Mount Seir was your home by default, for the same reason I just mentioned, okay? And this is why you devils are going to be eradicated for destroying the earth that was intended to be given into the hands of the righteous, man. Pursuing second Esdras chapter 6, verses 54 to 55, man, and similar precepts. All right. So it goes on to say here, a new Texas law is set to take effect on March 5th that allows Texas state authorities to arrest and deport people suspected of crossing the U.S.-Mexico border illegally, testing the legal limits of the state's authority. Okay, so these devils at each other, they're at odds with each other, not on the same accord. Okay, this is Isaiah 19, Isaiah 19 and 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, and for what purpose, man? Over a lust of power. Okay, and that's a dangerous thing in regards to Edomites, because you're fighting over power, over a difference, a contention of ideals. For this purpose here, Psalm 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Hence, America after America Vespucci, the Edomite conqueror. Okay, Africa after Leo Scipio Africanus. You know, for example. So this further identifies who Edomites are in the scriptures, man, through the spirit of prophecy. And this is why you want to ban the Bible. Okay, but the cat's already in the bag, and you cannot deceive the very elect. So even when you do that, it's not going to make a difference, man. All right, because innermost parts of your wickedness has already been exposed. And this is why you're going into captivity, man. Okay, for touching the apple of the Lord's eye, Yasharala, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, whose oppression you have benefited off of, pursuing Isaiah 51:23 and so forth. This is how you prosper nowadays. Case in point, Gad and Reuben, mainly Gad, taught you devils how to farm and fish. And what did you do? You stabbed them in the back, man. Okay, so like it says in the book of Deuteronomy, all right, and similar precepts, in Ecclesiastes 3:15, was the one I was speaking about, I was thinking about anyway, where the Lord was to remember your wickedness through through your blasphemies against Him, all right, and that much more further by touching the apple of His eye. And this is why you're going to be destroyed. Okay, after 1,000 years of hardcore, egregious rulership under Yasharala. Okay, so I'm gonna go end this off in Proverbs 11:23. It says, "The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath." So I don't write this out as epistles for the edifying, exhorting to elect. Just a quick update through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And I'm gonna give all praises, glory, infinite honor to my power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, and the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baruch Wadash. All right, in general, and for blessing me with the spirit to do this video, which I pray once again for the edifying, exhorting to elect. All right, and with that, I'm gonna watch Laba Ball to the wicked, especially Edomites, you Amalekites. Okay, on behalf of the Edomites, you other heathen nations, and 2/3 of our people. All right, shalom to elect, and on to the next one.